Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Astro Colony with Lone Debater 7, and today we're going to be taking a look at expanding out our astronauts a little bit further. We're going to set up farming this time. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the transport bots, and yeah. First things first, I just wanted to talk about this real quick. Each of these labs can actually support 3 scientists. If you don't go down and adjust this number to needed to down to 1, it will stick 3 of them in here to fill up the one lab, then it'll put 1 in a random lab. So I went back through and adjusted this. That's why we weren't getting any biology science. There weren't actually scientists in here, so lol. Figured that out. We can actually have 12 total, so I could bring another 8 scientists, specialized astronauts on board if we wanted. I'm not going to do that yet. We want to get food done first. To get food done, we needed a little bit of biology science. I think we needed 4. We've got 8, so let's take a look. We need to get agriculture, so we can build farmland and the farmer and the farm. All of those things. We need all those things. We also need meal preparation to build the kitchen, and so we can make bread to start out with. We'll get ranching and all this advanced stuff a little bit later, but initially let's just get bread set up with the kitchen. The kitchen is where the cook astronauts actually do their work. So we're going to set up the farms over here. Those just take robots in order to run, so we are going to utilize the same handy-dandy device we had before, the robots assembler, in order to build those bots. Now, let's focus on getting the food production started, and then we can kind of go from there. So, I need to build farms and a farmer, so it's going to be under farming. We need a farm, which does take water, so that's why I'm building it on this platform. It takes water. We also need a little bit of carbon fiber, actually, to get started. So I'm just going to take maybe 31 of this, bring that with me. Thank you very much. And we will go ahead and build a farm. Now, I think each one of these only takes 1 farmer robot. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. And we'll probably only be able to grow 1 crop type with each. So it outputs there. The bot goes there. Okay. So I think if we line it up, if we put it back here, that actually should be just fine. Because then what I can do is run this up, bring that over. Because I've got the water pipe like right there. We will actually bring it up to the same height first before bringing it over. So it can do something like that. Now these will get water. Initially we'll just set these both to wheat, but we'll probably want to make these other crops as well. Actually, can we unlock those like straight out? Like, what do you need for tomatoes? Where are those at? Uranium. You need advanced manufacturing to get tomatoes. Well, alright, fine. We can't do that yet. So we'll just set them both to wheat. Not a big deal. How much do these take? 5 each. So we need 10 panels to power these. Do something like that. And we do actually have the gold wire to build 10 of those. Awesome. So those are set up. We also need to build the farm plots or farmland. I think we'll do something like that. We need to build the robots. So I need farmers. We're going to turn off transport bots for now. And I need rods and gears. Not that many. So that's building 1. I only need 2 of them at the moment. Okay. Perfect. Now we need to get some belts set up to try and get these outputs connected into the... I think we can actually probably try to run something just straight across. Maybe. Yeah, that robot seems to be able to, path over the belts just fine. Is that at the right level? It is. Cool. We'll do something like that. Once we get the second one of these built, we're going to break this robot assembler and we're going to extend the farmland to fill in the rest of this tiling. Actually, you know what? With me saying that, I'm going to build 2 more of these. Because I'm going to extend this out. Oh, those stairs are in the way for it to be perfect, but that's fine. That'll still work. Cool. I'm just going to relocate these to this side because might as well. Makes it more compact and saves a lot of resources. Now, I do need more gold wire. I do have a fair amount of gold in this box, however. Oh, whoops. I forgot that it needs to go through the constructor first. But that'll just produce a little bit more gold wire in the background while we finish laying out the rest of the build. We'll throw in the power to satisfy demands in a minute. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and take a look. Did those bots finish? Looks like it. So we'll just set them all to wheat. Delete those. We will extend out the farmland. Ooh, I'm out of quartz. Okay. That means we need to mine some rocks. But luckily, this planetoid has quite a bit of these large rocks. I thought I maybe had mined enough already, so I apologize. We have to do this on camera real quick, but we're going to get the quartz we need in order to expand out the farm the rest of the way. Then we'll have bread being generated in such a manner that we can supply all the kitchens with food so our cooks can cook stuff. I also need to call the 4 astronauts over so I can start training our cooks. And then likely what I'm going to do after that is call over another 8. Train them all as scientists, and then we can have 3 scientists in each lab. I just want to get some sort of secondary food source produced via the astronauts and farming prior to calling on more crew. Just because hydrotonic's great, it just requires quartz to make, and the only way to get quartz at this point is to come out here and mine these rocks and such. So I don't really want to have to come out here and mine things in order to feed our crew, because the larger the crew gets, the more food you need, and the more time you'll be out here mining random rocks as opposed to progressing, which is not super thrilling. So farming is definitely a priority. It's not that hard to set up either. I think just having bread set up will be sufficient if we have 4 cooks all making bread, so 4 cooking stations doing that. I think that'll be enough to feed everybody. If we need to expand it, we can expand it, but I think we'll be okay. From my experience with my previous playthroughs, you tend to get, you make so much bread once you harvest your first set of wheat. It's ridiculous, but okay, let's go. I am going to call over the astronauts now. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boom. Bring them over, please. Bread is still, or grain. It's not bread yet. It's grain at this point. That might be a bit more difficult. Not really. I just need to extend or change where this ramp is located. So I can feed in these belts as well. Perfect. Can bring it out to there, eh? They not able to reach out here? Doesn't look like it, so just replace those and move them in closer. Oh, I'm short on dirt. Okay. Can grab some dirt. There we go. That's big enough. If we end up needing more, we end up needing more. I'm not too concerned. I do want to throw this in there, and we'll throw this in there as well. Got a ton of aluminum in this box. Oh, that's because I'm not sending aluminum out of this box yet. Grain is going in here. Right? Or am I just sending the grain across? I am just sending the grain across. Okay. That is fine. So, I need to filter the grain off where I want to make food. Which... I mean, how big are these cooking stations? Let's take a look, I guess. Kind of just figure it out. So we need a kitchen. These also take water is the only thing. I guess we could run a water... Well, we can't actually run a water pipe. It has to be over here. These also take water. Kind of unfortunate. It would have been awesome if we could have put them somewhere else, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. Okay. Might as well use the same power grid, I think. Wow, we need so much power. 72? Jeez. These take a lot. So we do have our cooks, so that is a good thing. We will expand this. change this around because actually gonna do this. Just feed the grain directly into the kitchens, and that'll work just fine for our purposes. There we go. Go grab the grain out of these. So it really isn't supposed to be in there. Just throw it in one of these, then it'll split evenly. Okay, cool. That's doing its thing. These guys should all get some grain eventually and can do their work. We do need to build them somewhere to sleep and such. So we'll put that over here. Okay, perfect. Need some hydrotonics for over here. And then we should sort out transport robotics real quick, or get a couple of them just to move the food items between these two canteens, because that does matter for keeping our astronauts fed automatically. So we do need to place this guy back down. I don't really want to, but we have to. I also still need to sort the power out so this runs a little bit better as far as efficiency is concerned, but we'll deal with that as we get more gold going. So what we're going to build are some of these transport bots. They take hydrogen and copper plates. What they do is they move items between storage warehouses and canteens and various other inventories. You can assign them to do a bunch of different things. Primarily what I'm going to use them for is moving food around. So I think I'm going to want 4 of them in total. That way I can do one for each kitchen, if that makes sense. So move those in, move those in. I think that'll be enough. Oh, it'll be a little extra, but that's fine. Doesn't hurt to have a couple extra on those. And we can just break this. Break those. Uh, 11 out of 15. I'm looking at that because I think I'm going to connect these two power networks. Even though they are kind of for separate things, I want to connect them anyway. Perfect. So they are going to there. They're probably not able to go there because of this belt. Fix that. Hopefully the transport bots can now get through this dock. Doesn't look like they're bringing food over there. Oh, that's annoying. So you can't really localize your bots. That's kind of dumb, if you ask me. But that's fine, I suppose. Whatever. Not the end of the world. We'll just throw this stuff back in here. Clean up our inventory real quick. I don't need all this junk on me anymore. Cool. Dealt with. Maybe we'll start consuming some water. Maybe not. Doesn't really matter. We are doing just fine as far as bread production goes. I think we are making enough. It's just a question of power draw at this point. So right now we need 83. We got 28. We need to just plop a ton of solar panels is what needs to happen. So let's go ahead and kind of figure out where to do that at. Just extend this, I suppose. Okay. Grab our panels. So farming does take quite a bit of power. Just bear that in mind. You can totally do it with coal, with carbon, not coal, if you desire. But I prefer doing it with solar, assuming I can afford it, because I want the carbon ore for science, primarily. So, trying to avoid spending it to generate power, because we shouldn't realistically need to anymore. We have better alternatives available to us. Grab these. Just fill it out a little bit. Spend all of our copper wire, or our gold wire. 69 out of 83. Lol. We got the number. No, we need more gold is what it boils down to. So make some more platey plates. There is more gold in here because we're mining out this. This is why I have this planetoid right here, and why I wanted to get mining started, because I figured we'd need a lot more gold and copper, for that matter, in order to get all the various solar panels built to power everything we want to build. Now these are going just fine, gathering us aluminum. Eventually, we can also gather, there is a little bit of iron here, there's a little bit of copper here, and there's uranium is the main thing. That's kind of a note or different. Grabbing some uranium would be helpful once we get the technology to utilize it for power. So, yeah, anyway. This is kind of doing its thing. I'm going to split some of the bread and just put it over here for our scientists. They might like some bread. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. Okay, this guy is dumb. You get one piece of bread when you wake up. No, I'm just kidding. Once he finishes eating, then he will go and train to become a cook, go to his study point, and then he'll go fill out our last kitchen. I was going to say, we should have all 4 of them running, but it looked like we were an astronaut short, and we totally were. So I think what I'm going to do between this episode and the next one is I'm going to go ahead and work on expanding our... We have our cook section kind of done. I'm going to focus on filling out the rest of our lab capacity, since we can have another 8 total astronauts to fully crew this portion of the station. So all that really entails is expanding out where we have pods. We need 12 total, so that gives us 6 right there. If I expand this out, or actually what maybe makes more sense, just do something like that. Then I can build a second canteen. And we'll build another one of these little 4x4 things with food. We'll just split this. Should be fine. Eventually, we're going to need more food over here. So I will have to figure that out. But hopefully we get a little bit of time before that becomes too big of an issue. So this one is missing an astronaut, and this one is missing an astronaut is what it looks like. Why are you not training? Alright, that one's being dumb for some reason. Sure. I am going to train another battery of 4 scientists because we need them. Boom. Oh, I don't have the gold for that. We'll hold off. We'll bring the scientists on, in between episodes, I think. Once the cook finishes training, he should come up here and do his biz. I only have 2 guys here, though. What happened? No, I've got 3. 1, 2, and 3. That's okay. I was going to say. Can each of these take 2? Each of these can take 2. That's what's going on. So we'll set this to just take 1 each. So we can double our crew capacity on cooks as well if we desire. I think we'll focus scientists first, because I think having 4 cooks is going to be sufficient, at least starting off. Where did that guy pop out? He's right here at his training point. So he's just about done. We're going to follow this guy up and just kind of make sure he paths correctly and, make sure he gets to his kitchen. I want to make sure he can do his job and, access all of his living situation things that he needs, like sleeping and food and yada yada, because that kind of matters. I don't want to just leave him hanging out in space. That's not cool. Let's go ahead and throw down some power real quick while he's doing his little walkie walk. I am just going to expand these bad mamas some more. Another line of power. Let's go. Actually gonna delete that one. Turn it this way. We good on power now? We are good on power now. Awesome. So now our farms and our kitchens and everything should be running peak efficiency. Our astronauto, yep, he did manage to make it over. So that means the robots can totally path to that side of the station. They just are deciding not to. Can I send it to a different one? Interesting. I don't know what that actually does. I'm not going to mess with it. We'll figure it out later. We've got plenty of food being produced now. Now that we've got the extra astronaut cook up here, things should be going a lot better. We'll slowly build up a little bit more food capacity so we can keep our scientists fed primarily, and our other astronauts too. We don't want to lose our cooks. But there we have it. We are getting a little low on iron plates. I think I might cut the wire production at this point because we really don't need it. Yeah, we really don't need it, so just pull that off. We'll pull iron plates off of that. Or, well, no, I still need iron plates to come off on this, but I'm going to set this ratio to put 2 out of every 3 plates into the box directly, and then send 1 plate off this direction to be turned into rods. That should be fine, I think. Wow, we've got so much ore in here. That is insane. It's because it turned off all these recipes. Dang it. No wonder why we're out of plates. It's because we're not processing iron ore. That's stupid. Why did that turn off? I could not tell you. Could not tell you. Oh well. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. In the next one, we're probably going to take a look at doing something a little bit different. We'll maybe take a look more at the tech tree because we've got quite a bit of science banked up. And we'll kind of figure out what we want to do then. Like I said, I am going to, in between episodes, bring on more astronauts, fill in our crew, quarters for our scientists, so bring in another 12 total. And then we'll also probably bring in another 4 cooks to finish crewing out our kitchens up here as well, just so we have everything running at peak efficiency. I mean, to end off the episode, we'll call in 4 more astronauts real fast. We should have the gold at this point. Oh, yeah. Oh, we can only call 3. We're short 18, so we'll wait. We will wait until we can call all of them at once. I'll do it in between episodes. It's cool. Not a big deal. We will fully staff the ship, so eventually we will end up with, what is that going to be? Another 8 plus another 4, so another 12 astronauts will be joining our crew. That's pretty good in my head. I think that's decent. So if you want to see that, be sure to tune in next time. Anyway, guys, this has been Lone Debater 7 playing Astro Colony. And until next time, we will see ya!